So my friend Anthony, I'll link his channel below, sent me this statement from a Tractor Supply as well as gave me a glimpse of his thoughts on it. I skimmed the statement, just enough to understand what he was talking about, but didn't actually read the whole thing, so a lot of these thoughts are gonna be pretty fresh. I don't feel like making a script on it, so bear with me as we discuss the statement. It reads, "For more than 85 years, Tractor Supply has been focused on one thing, serving life out here. Every day our 50,000 team members take care of our customers like family. We deeply value our relationship with our customers and the communities we call home. We are very passionate about being good neighbors in our hometowns because without you, we would not be what we are. It is imperative to us that our customers' hard-earned dollars are taking care of our team members and the communities we all love. As you supported us, we have invested millions of dollars in veteran causes, emergency response, animal shelters, state fairs, rodeos, and farmers markets. We have also invested in the future of rural America. We are the largest supporter of FFA and have long-standing relationships with 4-H and other educational organizations. We work hard to live up to our mission and values every day and represent the values of the communities and customers we serve. We have heard from customers that we have disappointed them. We have taken this feedback to heart. Going forward, we will ensure our activities and giving tie directly to our business. For instance, this means we will no longer submit data to Human Rights Campaign, refocus our team member engagement groups on mentoring, networking, and supporting the business, further focus on rural America priorities, including ag, education, animal welfare, veteran causes, and being a good neighbor, and stop sponsoring non-business activities like pride festivals and voting campaigns. Eliminate DEI roles and retire our current DEI goals while still ensuring a respectful environment. Withdraw our carbon emission goals and focus on our land and water conservation efforts. We will continue to listen to our customers and team members. Your trust and confidence in us are of the utmost importance, and we don't take that lightly. As we look forward to celebrating our nation's independence, we also celebrate our more than 50,000 team members across 2,250 stores. Rural communities are the backbone of our nation and what make America great. We are honored to be a part of them. We are always here and ready to serve you and your family with our legendary servers for the life you love. See you in stores." Now this has caused a lot of backlash, especially with more left-leaning people, due to the fact that they are no longer going to be funding things like pride parades, and in fact that they're not going to have DEI roles any longer. Now the reason that is an issue for a lot of people is because people believe that DEI is very important. If you don't know what it is, I'll use an article on Inclusion Hub to let you know. What is diversity, equity, and inclusion, DEI? It encompasses the symbiotic relationship, philosophy, and culture of acknowledging, embracing, supporting, and accepting those of all racial, sexual, gender, religious, and socioeconomic backgrounds, among other differentiators. Now that in and of itself would be a good thing, right? We should be accepting of all people, right? Not exactly. We should be respectful of all people, but we shouldn't necessarily have to be accepting of all people. But the issue with DEI isn't the fact that it wants to be accepting of everyone. The issue with it is the fact that it now forces representation where it doesn't necessarily belong. Instead of hiring someone because they would be the best at the role, we now have requirements. Oh, we need to hire this person because they check this box, they fill this quota. It's the same with movies and shows. If you haven't noticed, there's a lot of representation within those things that can feel very out of place, especially when shows that didn't have DEI now wants to have it, so they go out of their way to take a character that was originally straight, and oh shoot the magic dragon, they aren't anymore. That right there is a big issue for me, because instead of hiring based on who is most important, we hire people based on whether or not they are straight or gay. Are they gay? We don't have any gay people, let's hire them. Oh, that straight person would have been better at the job? That's not what's important. That's kind of what it does. It's a big issue that goes beyond making treatment fair and normalizing these people, and instead gives them unfairly positive treatment. That right there should be considered discrimination in and of itself. Because if we wanted to normalize whatever falls under DEI, okay, I'm not going to sit here and list all of it, but if we wanted to normalize everybody that falls under that umbrella, we wouldn't do something that draws particular attention to them. This is a big issue I brought up in both my LGBT videos I've made this month, both the Pride Parade and the one where the LGBT community doesn't quite get it. I don't know if that's what I called it or not, I don't even remember, but I brought it up because in order for people to become accepted as normal, normalization needs to occur. If you want to be considered normal, you can't have something that separates you from the normality. For example, me as a white straight person am not going to have a better opportunity of getting a job because of my sexual orientation or my race. But that person over there who is, I don't know, freaking black, non-binary, but also identifies as homosexual is going to have a better opportunity of getting a job because we need to be diverse and inclusive. Not because they would deserve that job more than I would, but because of the things they want normalized are instead making them abnormal, and because of that lack of normality, they now have a better chance of getting a position than I would. Even if this was the other way around and it was me, a straight white male, that would have a better chance of getting a job, that's still wrong. That's discriminating. That is looking down on one aspect of a person in order to uplift another. And there's some instances where this would be okay. If somebody's a freaking pedophile, I'd prefer to not have to work with them. You can discriminate against pedophiles. You have all the right in the world. If you want to go, oh, they're just maps, they can't help it, you're part of the problem. You're enabling bad behavior. I'm not a fan of that. Again, discrimination in that light would be positive to something that shouldn't be positively reinforced. Yes, I'm ranting, but I think you get the idea. Tractor Supply going out of their way and doing this isn't necessarily a grand thing either. They're doing this because of pushback from more conservative people, since that is the majority of their customer base. And I don't believe they should be making political decisions based on what other people tell them to do. If they're going to take a stance, they need to do it of their own volition. They need to do it because those are the principles that they want to follow. But the problem with corporations, not just Tractor Supply, is they follow whatever's going to make them the most money. Business-wise, it is logical. But hopping back and forth makes it so I don't want to support you at all because I don't know what you support. If I know what your values and opinions are, then I would be more or less likely to support you because of it. If I give you money and I know that money's going to give children gender reassignment surgery, then I'm not going to give you money anymore. But if somebody wants kids to get gender reassignment surgery, they're going to be more likely to go out of their way and give you money. So if what you actually believe is what you decide to implement into your company, into your values, into what you practice and what you preach, then you'll be more likely to have a loyal customer base based upon that. But if you are a place that was just giving tons of money for pride parades that show sexualized content to children, that sexualize children, that have maps walking in them sometimes, that have half-naked or fully naked adults walking in them, again, around children, and then you decide to jump off that because now you're getting backlash from conservatives, which is a big part of your audience, and go, oh wait, that was a terrible business decision, so now I don't support it. You just feel two-faced, you feel fake. It doesn't feel like you actually support or stand by anything. So in the future I can now think that, oh, one day you'll have a problem with your new current customer base that you're trying to appease, and you're going to then pander to the other side for some reason. So you have no set in stone beliefs for anybody to feasibly get behind. That being said, it is good that they made the change. It makes a lot more sense for Tractor Supply to be behind agriculture and farming than it does for them to go out of their way and fund pride parades. It is going to take a little while for them to gain trust back when it comes to their customers, but the majority of their customers are actually going to be okay with this change. The majority of the backlash I've seen were people saying, oh, I was gonna go and buy something from there for the first time today, but now I'm not. And no, they weren't. Gonna be completely honest here, I doubt they were gonna ever buy anything from Tractor Supply, and the only reason they're saying they would is so it looks like they lost a customer. 90% of these people don't give one diddly doggone squat about Tractor Supply, agriculture, anything like that. They just want to be pandered to, they just want to be funded so their pride parades can keep going and more children can be harmed. And you know what? I'm really okay with this turn of events, even if it wasn't necessarily the best one business-wise, and even if it's going to take a while for people to trust Tractor Supply again due to the fact that they've already admitted to funding things that the majority of their customer base wouldn't really get behind. Anyway, this is a big nothing burger of a video. I just wanted to talk about it. Figured I had nothing else to really do and could rant a little bit, share my thoughts, vent, get some stuff out without actually having to go out of my way, write a script, and do all that work I didn't feel like doing. So I appreciate you tuning in. Have a great day. Thank you.